He did it for his mom. He watched her suffer. This dude wasn't a sick man, some crazed lunatic. It was just a dude, sick and tired of seeing his mom hurting, not getting the right medical attention. His mother suffered from nerve neuropathy for a very long time. He watched her suffer. He watched insurance deny her claims. He says that all her claims were delayed, denied. He said that on a good day, it felt like his mother's legs were immersed in ice, and on a bad day, his mother's legs were clamped in a machine shop vise. That felt to her like if it was crushing down on her bones until they splintered. She had more bad days than good and crawled on her hands and knees to the bathroom in pain. United Healthcare limited specialist consultations to twice per year, refused to cover advanced imagery. They kept changing the procedure. First they would tell him to fax notes in, then they would switch it by telling his sick mother to bring in a hard copy. And as he grew, he got angrier and angrier at the injustice that he blamed on the healthcare system. This is insane. He doesn't blame the doctors, he doesn't blame the nurses, he blames the insurance companies. That's fucking insane, dude. This is what Luigi Mangione wrote in his manifesto that was found. This was the motive that he gave. Like and follow.
Considered using a bomb on the day he was accused of murdering the United Healthcare CEO. He was found with a notebook containing detailed plans for the shooting, calling the health insurers event in Manhattan the annual parasitic bean counter convention. Luigi also had a 3D printed ghost gun, a suppressor, and a 262-word manifesto. According to CNN, he decided against using a bomb because it could kill innocents. Luigi is fighting extradition to New York to face murder charges.
Let's talk about today's updates regarding Luigi Mangione, because there are some interesting things going on. Let's start with one of the major things that you guys have been asking, which is why did Luigi yell when he was being taken into the courtroom? And we now have that answer from his lawyer. For those of y'all who don't know what I'm talking about, when he was being dragged into the courthouse, he yelled something. It's completely out of touch and an insult to the intelligence of the American people and the lived experience. And according to his attorney, he said that's because he's irritated and agitated about what's happening to him and what he's being accused of. Thomas even went on to say that until Luigi set foot in that courthouse, he had not spoken to any type of legal representation, but he said notice how he was when he went in and notice how he was when he went out. His attorney is also very skeptical about the evidence being gathered in this case. He's questioned the reliability of the fingerprint and ballistic evidence, citing flaws in the procedure surrounding its use and saying that he plans to challenge its admissibility. Now let's talk briefly about the McDonald's that he was arrested at. Apparently they've had to hire private security, 2 guards, basically to try to keep people safe in wake of all the stuff that's happening at that restaurant. What might be the strangest thing in today's recap is an interview that was done on Banfield last night. Apparently a reporter was out there on site asking questions outside the prison, and inmates were responding on Luigi's behalf. Specifically, they screamed from their windows and flickered lights, saying that Luigi's conditions suck, he doesn't have a TV in his cell, the food is absolutely terrible, amongst other things. It was so strange, and I have never seen anything like it. I expect more updates to be coming out throughout the day, so make sure to hit that follow button. Plus, we have a pretty big Jay-Z update that we're going to do. Spread the word and drop your thoughts in the comments, as always, so this gets out to other people.
It turns out that this is the truth behind Luigi Mangione's crime. He set 3 traps that made it impossible for him to turn the situation around. Firstly, since Luigi's mother was 31 years old, she had been suffering from a serious illness. However, Brian Thompson, the CEO of United Healthcare, refused to help his mother, which violated the contract signed between the insurance company and his mother. Luigi could only watch his mother die helplessly, so he decided to take revenge and attacked Brian Thompson. Perhaps what you don't know is that when Luigi's mother, Kathleen Mangione, was diagnosed with a mental illness, there was a $6,000 deductible in the insurance plan, and the insurance company kept asking for reasons and additional confirmations, which led to the death of Luigi's mother. Many people think that the reason why he attacked Brian Thompson was that he endured great mental pressure after witnessing his mother's death. They believe that he shouldn't be imprisoned. Another part of people think that because he was in so much pain that he made a wrong decision. Facing such a situation, his emotional breakdown led him to embark on the path of crime. If it were you, would you support Luigi's choice?
Luigi Mangione made a crucial legal mistake, but I don't think it was a mistake at all. Let's get into it. Now, I follow true crime all the time. I've never seen a case like this where it was so perfectly planned in advance and yet the suspect got caught with literally all the evidence. I mean, he used a ghost gun, something that was untraceable. He wore a mask for 10 days in a hostel in order not to be identified. But then he was found in a very public place at a McDonald's. He was there long enough for the employee to not only call it into the police, but for the police to arrive. And then he has literally all the evidence: the gun, the bullets, the motive. This is unheard of. One of the minimal things a typical person who committed a crime would do would be to dispose of the gun. So he either just changed his plan and decided he wanted to get caught, or something else here is going on. But the crucial legal mistake he made is when, and the reason why I think it shows that he wanted to get caught, was when a police officer came to the McDonald's and asked his name. The name he gave was the same fake name that he used to register under the hostel. That's how they knew he was the guy they were looking for. If he had used his real name, then they wouldn't have had probable cause, or most likely wouldn't have had probable cause to search that backpack and find all the evidence. Because here he is, miles from the crime scene. He's just sitting at a McDonald's, not very apparent that he is the one who perpetrated this crime. All you have is that he had a resemblance to the shooter. They don't have a very good picture of the shooter. So I think if he had given his real name, his lawyer would have had a very strong argument in court that all of the evidence that they found in the backpack would have been inadmissible because it would have been an unlawful search. But because he gave the fake name, and not just one of his fake names, but the exact fake name he used for the crime, then they definitely have probable cause. Now, this is something that he would have known, and we know that because of how thoughtful he was in planning all the crime. I don't think there was that moment where he realized what he wasn't doing, that he gives the crucial piece of evidence that gives the police the right to search the backpack.
The judge who sentenced Briana Boston has to be questioned. I thought judges were supposed to make decisions based on fairness, evidence, and the crime that you've committed. Well, sir, it doesn't look like you've done that in this case. All of the criminals who have faced less charges than this woman after they've committed real crimes, and she's getting $100,000 of bail or 15 years of jail for a phone call where she stated 3 words. But see, this is how we know that they are afraid. They have a level of fear in them that they're willing to go to this extent to make sure that they blackmail us into stopping. But I guarantee you that that judge had to be paid by the one and only CEO of American Blue Cross Blue Shield to be able to strike this fear into the public. And this was something that people were using against CEOs. But judge, sir, are you sure you want to go this route? Because I don't think you're evaluating the current circumstances at hand.
Delay, deny, depose. Florida woman. Briana Boston, arrested for threatening health insurance company. Her insurance company told police she made a threat using words associated with the murder of a healthcare executive last week. Briana Boston had claims denied by Blue Cross Blue Shield recently, and she used delay, deny, depose. You people are next, made the call, which was recorded. This is highly consistent with the words etched onto shell casings found at the scene of the murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson last week. This makes insurance companies and the police take it very seriously. She also said, the healthcare companies played games and deserved karma from the world because they are evil. When the police found her, Briana Boston was booked in Polk County Jail, where she was held on $100,000 bond.
So a woman in Florida tried to go after the Blue Cross Blue Shield CEO. So this woman right here, she from Florida, she got a claim denied. And she was on the phone. She said, delay, deny, depose, you will be next. And so since the government and the FBI, they're really scared right now, they wasn't playing no games. They put her in jail immediately, and she's being held on $100,000 bond. So yes, I'm not sure what her charges are just yet, but they had her in court today. They not playing no games. If you play with these people with money, you know what I'm saying, they gotta protect their money. Their job is to protect wealthy people and leave the poor people to fend for ourselves.
Nature of the threats, we would also be asking for GPS with house arrest conditions to protect the community.
With her head in her hands, Briana Boston learned she would be held in jail on $100,000 bond. The Polk County judge adding the bond was appropriate given the, quote, status of our country.
It's not like she's a child. She's 42 years old, so we're not dealing with a child here. She should certainly know better.
Lakeland Police Chief Sam Taylor says his department was contacted by the FBI Tuesday. Authorities say in a recorded phone call about a denied insurance claim, Boston told a Blue Cross Blue Shield employee, quote, delay, deny, depose. You people are next, end quote. The language matches the words police say were written on the shell casings found at the United Healthcare CEO's murder scene in New York City.
We will take this very seriously, and we will put you in jail if you do something like this. It is not a joke.
According to Boston's affidavit, the mother of three told police she did not own firearms and was not a danger to anyone. But she added, healthcare companies played games and deserved karma because they are evil.
The nature of the threats, we would also be asking for GPS with house arrest conditions.
But after pew-pewing someone and ending someone's life, a police officer can go back to work, can go get another job somewhere else, gets paid leave, but this lady can't quote a book? What? But health insurance companies can deny people's life-changing operations, life-saving medicines. And that's not a threat. That's not threatening people's lives. But quoting a book, quoting television is a threat. It wasn't even towards, what?
Scene in New York City.
We will take this very seriously, and we will put you in jail if you do something like this. It is not a joke.
According to Boston's affidavit, the mother of three told police she did not own firearms and was not a danger to anyone. But she added, healthcare companies played games and deserved karma because they are evil.
This is how our government is responding to the celebration of Luigi's actions. Police like Chief Sammy L. Taylor Jr. plan to make examples out of us to keep us in line using fear as their typical tactic.
Brian Thompson was a guy who let countless people die. As United Healthcare CEO, a man named Mangione, who was sick of corporate cronies, decided he would lay old Brian low. Our collective shot and fraud about these rich folks playing God caused everyone to cheer this man's demise. This nation so divided, all at once became united, enthralled to see the light leave Brian's eyes. Well, they used faulty AI so their company could deny coverage to the poor, the lame, the blind. They made $280 billion last year, but now their CEO's a smear on the sidewalk and nobody seems to mind. Well, some say Luigi might be a fan of the alt-right. Some speculate that he's a Bernie bro. Well, they put a cap in Brian and left his ass there dying, but that Hydra's got a lot more heads to go. They delay, deny, defend until the bitter end, till their customers are safely in the ground. And more healthcare CEOs just might end up deposed, cause nobody seems to want their kind around.
Hello, you guys. The saga with Luigi Mangione continues. Before I start my little rant, like I always do, One, I'm confused. Two, if the mother is dead, how did the mother put out a missing persons report? I'm confused on that because didn't they say the mother was looking for him? Anywho, this is very interesting. You guys, they're calling this woman Briana Boston. She lives in Florida, the mother of three. Okay, she was on the phone with Blue Shield, her healthcare insurance, and they told her, "You're denied." And all she said was, defend, defeat, depose. Whatever Luigi Mangione wrote on the bullets. You guys, they want to give her 15 years, you guys. 15 years just for 3 words. She didn't threaten nobody. She didn't say anything. Or, well, she did say you're next. Maybe that's a threat. But not really. If you think about it, she just said 3 words and hung up the phone, and now she's in jail. You guys, are they trying to set this woman as an example? And I don't believe this woman is a copycat. I don't believe it. Because the woman looks harmless. Honestly, she looks very harmless. But, a look shouldn't fool anyone. Right? Wow. Wow. I guess they're taking this seriously because the rich is scared. Because there's more of us, the poor, than there are the rich. And they're scared because any of us can have a gun and go and pew pew anybody. And there won't be enough of them to come after us. Right? It's sad that now they want to completely. You guys, this is just all wrong, all crazy. This is just like, how can I say it? Like, they're just trying to make an example out of her. But I just hope she don't get 15 years just for saying 3 words. Because people who murdered 1, 2, maybe 15 people got lesser sentences than 15 years. And she just, our freedom of speech is just being attacked. And I understand she should have not said that to those people, right? Especially to the customer service people, because she didn't say it to the CEO. I know that for sure. Because we little people don't talk to the CEOs. It just sucks that she got denied. And like the person said, that's what happened to Luigi's mother. She died because they kept denying her claims. The claims never went through, and maybe this is a vendetta for, it's like a revenge killing. It's basically murder. And I feel bad for him, but it happens to people all over the world. And a lot of people just don't go killing random people because their family members died. They just find something else. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a talking head. Have a great day, YouTube.